The Crazed Spartan.
Hey everybody, it's Crazed, and today giving you a little bit of gameplay on Halo 4, a little bit of drift action. What I found out recently is that they're actually doing a test on the radar settings in Halo 5, which is, to me, it's about time, because the radar has been an issue for me ever since it launched. So let's go ahead and talk about those settings here real quick. This is actually on Halo Waypoint. If you go to there, I'll put a link in the description to check that out. The community update is called the Patch Party, and it's really actually kind of interesting. Now we got this update coming here. Should be Thursday. That's what they're projecting. Now this is a test case basis for this. Okay, there's only going to be one playlist with it, and it's going to be called Proving Grounds. It's only one playlist, so don't get your panties in a bunch or anything like that. We're gonna go ahead and go through some of the changes here. So, and then I'll tell you where to go to give your feedback. All right. The changes that are coming is, to me, it's very Call of Duty-esque type of thing. The only time you are going to show up on the radar is one of two things. Number one, a non-silenced weapon is being fired. So any type of weapon that does not have a silencer, you will show up on the radar map. So that's interesting. And then the second thing is, if you are using a Spartan ability, such as Sprint, Spartan Charge, Ground Pound, Stabilize, and of course Clamber. So when you use those things, you show up on the map. Now this to me is a good thing, but I want to test it out and see how it plays personally, because Spartan Charge has been a thorn in my side. I can't stand it. There is almost like no counter to it if you're caught halfway off guard, and the radar range has been so short you can't truly defend yourself against it if somebody's just sprinting, especially if they have a sword, because man, they run even faster. So there is that, but there is also, they're increasing the range from 18 to 25 meters. So again, I think this is about where I think it should be to begin with, just because of that Spartan Charge ability. Now if they reduce the power of the Spartan Charge, I could agree possibly a little bit more with the 18 meters, but I think this is actually pretty significant. I think I like this change, but I want to test it out to make sure, see how I truly feel about it. Now, some of the things they noticed during playing with these new settings is actually kind of interesting. Players now have more control over when and where they choose to show up on the opponent's motion sensor, providing for some more interesting tactical decisions, so you can walk around a little bit more stealthy. But if you're running around and stuff like that, you are actually going to show up a lot more. The increased radar range somewhat reduces the effectiveness of the Spartan abilities, like Spartan Charge, mainly because that is such a headache. I hate getting Spartan Charge in the back, and I just had no idea it was even coming. You can't tell me that you have not experienced this same thing. Alright, stealth tactics are much more viable in the game than they were with the default motion sensor, and the suppressed weapons have greater effectiveness and relevance. So those weapons are probably going to become more of a power weapon. Now there has been some stealth weapons placed on the maps, some silenced ARs and stuff like that. So that'll be kind of interesting to see how that plays. And lastly, it says the players are visually scanning their 3D space more to find and identify targets, relying less on the motion sensor. Okay, so that is probably a good thing. Again, I'm going to see and test it out to really get a feel on it and see how I feel about it. I'm probably going to be playing Thursday night, and hopefully I'll have a couple friends online. Granted, I'm going to probably be getting on pretty late. Probably around 12:30 a.m., maybe 12:45 a.m. Central Time. I'm going to be on late, but if anybody's on, we'll see how it goes. Speaking of that, let's do this one more thing here. Now, if you want to share your thoughts on this. There is going to be a forum post to share your thoughts and what you feel and give feedback on this new sensor testing. Again, it's only in the one playlist, Proving Grounds. Again, that comes out Thursday. And the other thing I wanted to share with you is joining the community feedback program. Now, every once in a while, 343 sends out a email that they want some feedback of settings and, of course, future updates or past updates and how you feel about it and everything else. How to get to that? How to become part of that? Go to thehalowaypoint.com. Go under the community tab. There's 4 options there: overview, Spartan companies, content browser, and of course feedback. Go ahead and click the feedback, and then there is a we want to hear from you post, and join the program. It's that simple. Now again, they don't do this all the time, but when they do it, hey, it's actually pretty cool to actually throw your feedback in there, because man, that's what makes a difference. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm certainly glad you took the time to listen to this quick little video. This is The Crazed, and I am out of here.
Comment, like, and subscribe.